Welcome to Skarn! This is a land that has been built up, fought over, raised, and built up again, numerous times across the ages. The peoples are hardy and tough, the land unforgiving and harsh, and the deities gone from the world. After the Divine War, the Divine Races and the Redeemed had a truce, but that time has run up, and the shorter-lived races now view the Divine War as a distant memory. Skarn is changing, and along with it, our heroes. I bid thee greetings, redeemed and divine races, titan spawn and ancient ones. I am Patrick, known the winds of change and the beaks of birds as PattyShanks_, and I am the game master for the story. This is our double tap, Dark Voodoo on the Bayou, taking place in Scarred Lands, a setting published by Onyx Path Publishing. This is an awesome adventure brought to you by Vorpal Tales. You can find Vorpal Tales on lots of places on the internet. Of course, we are on Twitch, right here, right now. Consider giving us a follow or subscribe. Check out all of our social medias at Vorpal Tales, where you can get updates about the cast and our goings-ons. A website, vorpaltales.com, where you can get links to our affiliates and see our up-to-date calendars. A Patreon, where if you feel so inclined, you can toss a coin to us to make more, better, and Vorpal Tailier content. You can join wonderful Patreons like Funky Thunder, Don Arnetto, Nicholas Maloney, Hexencurse, New Music Michael, and Aniond. You can be one among the hollowed names I just listed there. And then not only is Vorpal Tales a role-playing group, but we are writers. Check us out on Drive-Thru-RPG and DM's Guild for great additions to your tabletop games for a bit of spice, a pick of pepper of Vorpal Nelnelius.
That's lies.
Yep, you heard me.
Patty.
Nailed it.
You heard me. I would like to thank Onyx Path Publishing for making an incredible world and setting to use to amaze and delight. Also to Astral Tabletop for bringing our virtual tabletop and platform for our players to roll their dice. A thank you goes to Vinsfect, a wonderful YouTube channel that has amazing music to set your adventures to. Additionally, Vorpal Tales has some fantastic sponsors we'd love to tell you about. First is QUEmpire.com, a small company making original dice and products for your favorite RPGs and card games. Use code VorpalTales for 10% off. Next is Hit Point Press, known for their various reference cards, but also for creating the Humblewood and Heckna campaign settings. Visit VorpalTales.com, click on our affiliate link, and anything you purchase, a portion of it will benefit the show. And finally is Gemhammer & Sons, an RPG supplement store that has everything from Decks of Wonder to Decks of Illusion to dice. Once again, use discount code VorpalTales for 10% off. Alrighty, dear viewers, meet our intrepid adventurers who look to explore, spelunk, socialize, and bring about their influence into the world of Skarn. Please state your name, where people can find you on the internet, and who you'll be playing tonight.
Hey everybody, I'm Ever, my pronouns are they, them, and tonight I shall be playing Quinn, whose pronouns are also they, them.
Hello everybody, I am Steve. You can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade, and tonight I am playing Sir Alphonse, the Hollow Knight Warlock. They go together real well.
Hello, my name is Rachel. I use she, her, and I am Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. And tonight I will be playing Lynn Fenna, the Chaos Bard, because all bards are chaotic.
It would help if I unmuted myself. Because I'm Dwayne, at Made of Kimchi on the internet. Tonight I will be playing Corvus, the Slytherin patron, the Forgotten Necrotic King Warlock. Wow.
Hey there, I am Sean, and this one is playing Spready Nubs, the Monk of Subtle Force. Yes.
Nicely done. And if you want to get a hint, a taste, a sampling, a bit of more than a morsel of the wonderful classes our players are playing tonight, especially if they sounded unfamiliar to you, that's because they're all from our latest supplement that Vorpal Tales has put out. Once again, check us out at DM's Guild or Drive-Thru-RPG to get that supplement and play these wonderful classes in your own campaign. Also, you'll notice that our lovely Devin, who would be playing our Triton Radabast, a bard of the acoustics, is not with us tonight. We wish him all the best as he's getting very much needed sleep. Alrighty, Before we delve into our treasure hunters and their quest for glory and riches, let us take a moment to remember that many people in the world today are combating real-life monsters of their own. May is a month dedicated to ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, and spreading awareness and donations, as there's no current cure for it. It is also National Mental Health Awareness Month, where we should take a moment to self-check ourselves, check in on friends, and break the stigma of mental health issues. Additionally, and most personally to me, it is Cystic Fibrosis Awareness Month. This is also a disease that has no cure yet, but thanks to awareness and research, great strides have been made to improve lifespans and quality of life. My last thing, before we get into the goodness, all of these monthly causes I have touched on throughout the year go to show that there are tons of friends, families, and strangers that have life just a little tad bit harder. So things like COVID can have a much bigger impact on them than you. If you could do something as simple as, say, get a shot, wouldn't you? To keep others safe and make their lives safer, easier, simpler, wouldn't you do it? As of May 12th, everyone over the age of 12 is allowed to get the COVID vaccine in the United States. Please consider signing up and doing so. Alrighty. Let us recap what happened last session. Now, I didn't officially assign her or ask her to do this, but I think Rachel maybe did a recap for this.
I'm the one who takes notes.
Well, bam! All right, hit us with those juicy serenading of your notes.
Oh, all right. I will have to open the Google document because I was only planning to write them.
Perfect. So we're just going to go ahead and switch the tone of the music here to cover for this seamless transition as Rachel opens up. Also, I'm going to see in the chat that Hot Dog Wizard alerted us that today, specifically today, is HIV Vaccine Awareness Today. Awareness Today, Awareness Day. So that is another important cause that you should all take note of, take awareness of, and remember that there are just so many people out there that need a little extra love, support, and encouragement from yourself and from friends and from family.
Thank you, Hot Dog Wizard. Would you like me to do the recap?
I mean,
it's up to you. Because I know. Go for it.
Okay. We open with rumors of a long-lost jungle empire in its capital, the jeweled city called Asathi. A strange race has appeared on Gelspad, spurring adventurers to investigate the truth of these matters, or if the jewels were merely metaphorical. Well, when a ship returned laden with emeralds, perhaps it wasn't such a metaphor either. Now, many groups sponsor adventurers to find treasure and artifacts deep in the swamp. We are all of us signed up for such an expedition, where our first point of order is contacting a woman known as Mama Juju. Among our party is an Iron Hollow Legionnaire, a very flowery individual, and a dumpster chic bard, along with a human-sized gray tabby cat in pants. The cat is quite interested in a cart vendor selling roasted lizard. Rounding out our party is a mangy, literally rat folk, and a short, pale triton. While the bard and druid have some adventures with bourbon and gator milk, the Hollow Legionnaire encounters a fellow who looks like he's lost more than enough to the swamp. He's fascinated by Sir Alphonse, as he's never seen one before. He's startled by Corvus and his rat-like appearance. After some vaguely confusing exchanges, he reveals he's here to bring us to Mama Juju. She's an extremely short, sun-weazened old woman with carefully braided hair and bangle-covered arm, and quite clearly blind. She mildly complains how long it took us to get here, but she is convinced she's found some kind of serpent. She calls it the Serpent Ekron. Apologies for that pronunciation. She explains.
Nope, it was perfect.
Thank you. She explains to our ignorant faces that it's a magic mask which confers divine power on the wearer. She doesn't have the object itself, but knows where it may be found. She's going to send us with her man Baudrio, who is the only man who knows where to go and how to operate the boat, so we can't kill him. After Quinn bonds with a frog, it's time to set off. We load up on a magical swamp boat and start making our way through the water. We pass by a capsized boat with 3 people stranded on top of the hull. Their pilot apparently was nowhere near as talented as ours, and he's either drowned or blown away. We do want to help to at least right their boat. Quinn tries to propitiate a tree for some branches and is quite surprised when the tree speaks back. It's all good, though. Sir Alphonse realized however, realizes that the pilot is trying to cut magical corners, and this will certainly have consequences down the line. The journey continues until suddenly the swamp quiets. Baudrio gently uses a paddle to guide the boat. Two of us notice hooded figures coming out from the trees. They're holding swords in one hand and a ball of fire in the other. "Here's the thing," says Baudrio. "They know we're coming, but we're not going to pick no fights. Just going to go at a slow and steady pace and hope they don't jump us. They're cultists who would steal our soul if they could get close enough." The boat continues, and we round a bend to see a large bonfire with more cultists. They appear to be roasting a wolf-like creature alive. Lynn jumps to silence Quinn and claps her hand over their face. She keeps them quiet long enough to sneak past the entire macabre scene. "Sorry about that," Lynn apologizes. "I just really didn't want to fight those assholes." She offers them a shot of apology bourbon while Alphonse casts silence so Quinn can scream out their frustrations. Next is shallow water. We've got to get out and help carry the boat overland for a bit. Baudrio points out a local landmark called the Hanging Tree. Hanging off most of its major branches is a large vine, about 2 feet in diameter. Hanging from each branch loop is a human figure trapped within the vine. As we pass, part of the vine opens, manipulating a skeleton with an offer to exchange the secrets of the swamp for another body to hang from the tree. Some of us find the offer a little more tempting, such as Corvus, who makes a mental note to bring it a body later. We're back in the water when Baudrio points out another large figure. It's over 12 feet tall and humanoid. As we get closer, we see scars. Baudrio says he'll try and distract it so it doesn't try to take a swipe at us. A ball-like entity lumbers towards the giant. It's a giant swamp gas bubble. Baudrio yells for us to hang on as the giant takes a swipe at the bubble and it explodes. Radabast and Lynn are blown completely clear of the boat and land on a sand spit. As we move to reunite, the water appears to be moving, collecting itself into a serpentine form. Upwards. It's a living bog, a swamp ooze. "Everyone back in the boat, allons-y!" Lynn and Radabast begin sprinting while Quinn unleashes a cone of cold. It has a pleasant knock-on effect of temporarily reducing the humidity. This gives Lynn and Radabast just enough time to leap back onto the boat. But we still have a bog monster to fight. Spreading Hops uses his water walk spell to help push the boat forward. Quinn unleashes their druid magic and disperses the bog. It works extremely well. And we are at our destination. It's a tremendous stone building rising almost unexpectedly out of the swamp. And there are lights burning within. Alphonse cast a detection spell to understand what kind of magic it might have, or if it's a giant mimic. He detects abjuration, evocation, and even a splash of illusion. This isn't a fake building, and it's probably not actively trying to kill us. And there are cultists. A lot more cultists. As one, they about face and walk deeper into the building. Corvus does a bit of scouting via his familiar and determines we may have to climb our way in. Radabast attempts to commune with the marine wildlife, including an 8-foot-long alligator. But the gator hasn't tried to get into the building and has no useful information other than there might be an underwater way. Corvus sends his familiar out again. There's technically a way in through the privy. Corvus doesn't reveal that, however, so Alphonse goes around the corner and punches a hole in the wall. We're in!
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Rachel, for the on-the-spot recap. Your notes are always wonderful, poetic, and paint a beautiful image in the mind. Arnie. So yes, you all had just stepped in through the makeshift entryway. Sir Alphonse, the courteously opened for all of you. And it's that moment where you all kind of, the ones of you that do not have dark vision, take that moment to kind of blink your eyes a couple times, open them wide, allow your pupils to dilate so you can take in as much light as possible, as this room, save for the faint rays of sunlight that are coming in from the setting sun of the outside, is quite dark. Looking around, you see that this is a room that has not been disturbed or entered in, perhaps even for a very long time. There are cobwebs and dust everywhere. However, none of the dust is disturbed. There are no obvious footprints or anything of that nature. It seems that luckily, Sir Alphonse, by barged into an empty room that at least the cultists had not been using. After you all wander in, there seems to be a way forward through a door, heading further into the building that you have entered. Not quite sure the layout of this building, not quite sure up, down, around, left, right, but you do know that, according to Mama Juju at least, somewhere in this building is the Serpent Ikran, the artifact you have been sent to reach, as well as perhaps untold other treasures, gems, items to be found. It is up to you, hunters, to see if you can find any of it without getting lost forever.
I don't want to be lost forever.
Just how big is this place?
So the one, as you were walking up, the building from the outside did look quite large. It was several stories tall. Some of you know there is at least a bottom part of some kind. Who knows how far down that goes? It looked like this is quite a voluminous building. So,
what's base times height?
Luckily for us, while D&D is a bunch of math, the whole square footage equation doesn't exist yet. So I'm not going to do that for you. I know it, of course, off the top of my head.
But tell me, does it have an open concept?
No, this is much more farmhouse style. Not as contemporary.
My next question is there a You Are Here map?
Unfortunately, no. As this is an abandoned something, you're not sure what the building is. Not an abandoned mall. So,
Visitor
a bunch
desk?
of those laying around.
Are there any critters?
No, you can also knock off that it's not a mall, and it's not a building office. It's not an office. So you are narrowing down what this building is, though. It's not an office, not a mall.
Are there
Is
any
it a temple?
four-legged?
I've been hesitating. I'll get to the second. I've been hesitating to use the word temple because it just seems so stereotypical. But more discovery necessary in order to determine the use of this building. Are there any four-legged creatures? Do you mean like rats or squirrels, or I guess in the bayou it'd be more like gators and possums,
swamp rats or something? Any type of small rodent?
So you kind of listen for a second, and you can hear just kind of like the creaks and drips and, sounds of an ancient building that has an untold number of cultists in it, as well as whatever else is in it. You can hear just that faint sound coming from further in. As far as in this immediate room, though, you don't hear anything that would, let's say, make it seem like you disturbed any little critters with your rough entrance into this building.
Oh yeah, we did kind of go through the wall.
Yeah, it was literally. What kind of weapon do you have, Sir Alphonse?
A mace.
Oh, your pack.
A flail.
Yeah.
A pack weapon.
Yes.
Flail.
Yes. So technically, Sir Alphonse can manifest any weapon they choose. But in that case, he manifested a giant flail that he just bludgeoned the wall in. So yes, this was not. If any of you were hoping for a stealthy, subtle entrance, this was not what happened.
What the fuck is this? I looked up rodents in the swamp, and I'm getting a hell of a list. Okay.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right.
Make sure you Google minus Princess Bride.
Oh yes.
Is there any moment to stop and listen to what might be coming down the hallway that we just busted up?
Sure. So give me anybody who would like to help with that can give me a perception check.
Okay. I rolled a 10.
Okay.
Sir
Not
Alphonse
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
Nice.
all right. Starting the night off with a nat 20. Let's give it up for the nat 20. Everyone claps
Let
for
me
nat
see what
20s.
my modifier is. I mean, I know it doesn't matter, but I need to know.
-1.
Oh,
That would be hilarious. that would be my luck. All right, eyeballs, focus on the thing.
While they look for that, Sir Alphonse got a 25 total.
Ooh, there you go.
My
Orvis
modifier
with a
is
16.
4.
Okay, so 24. All right. Somehow Sir Alphonse still is better than you. That's unfortunate. Okay, doesn't matter though. So anybody with a 15 or over would hear, as far as the sound of running, padding feet coming to investigate a large disturbance. That is not there, or the sound of metal wrestling over itself from armor or a sword rubbing up against something like that. You don't hear any of that. Anyone with over a 20 is able to make out. There's a faint kind of, while the wind kind of has changed direction with this new entrance you created, there's a slight sucking sound coming from the back of this room towards a wall. There, at first glance, it only seemed like there is the one way out of here, but you hear and feel the wind kind of just mosey and get pulled underneath a section of wall behind you. Clearly, a secret passage.
That's exciting. Let's go.
Yes, we can continue into the secret area, or we can continue
Towards the sucking sound.
Correct.
But by sucking sound, just to clarify, I just mean the sound of wind kind of being pulled up underneath a door. Just that.
Okay, that I feel much
Yeah,
different
not like
about that sound.
not like the sound of an orb of oblivion sucking everything into inevitable destruction.
Good to know.
Different sucking sound. That one's more of a no. I will not be making that. No, I will not be making that sound again. Unless, of course, I do find the orb of destruction that is in this place. I mean, not in this place.
Hold on. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
What?
The entire thing's definitely not centered above an orb of destruction and it's slowly falling into it. That's not happening.
No. That would be craziness. Okay. Then, I go to secret passage.
You're able to find the kind of section of wall, and you're not quite sure how a mechanism would work in order to slide this apart. So you can tell that it's not so much a passage as that this is a secret compartment of some sort. So you were left with either attempting to figure out mechanically how this door would open, or using the Sir Alphonse tried and true method of just trying to bust it wide open, for lack of a better phrase.
Bust it wide open. I look to the group. Do any of you have a more resourceful means to open this?
I mean, you could just punch it open like you did the wall. Oh.
He's just slowly cocking his arm back, waiting for anyone to say anything.
We don't have a rogue in the group, do we?
Click, 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 click.
I could try to pick the lock.
Oh, I do have sleight of hand.
Very well. And he will make room for the lock pickers to pick the locks.
Is sleight of hand the lock picking one?
Ooh.
So normally it would be. However, as there is no obvious keyhole or mechanism of opening, you may give me a sleight of hand check. However, you'll be using your intelligence in order to determine how to open this secret cubby. So basically, if you have proficiency in sleight of hand, you'd get to make an intelligence roll plus your proficiency.
Okay.
I do not have proficiency. but I did roll anyway.
Okay,
And I got
that's
a
fine.
20.
Nice.
My intelligence check was a 6. So boy.
Not just a 20, chat. Natural 20.
Well,
Yes.
that depends on what's on the other side of the door.
Well, you'll get to determine that right now. Please roll a D100 and call high or low.
Oh God.
Yay.
Why do you do this to me? I'm gonna go
'Cause it's
call
fun.
low.
Alrighty. And a low it shall be with a 7. With that low, you kind of are just kind of feeling your hand around, and you see that there's actually, quite simply, but was disguised very cleverly in the snake iconography that is very heavy here. Although you would expect that, as this is, the city of the Asathi. Hidden in this iconography is an old rope. And it's just a very simple pulley system that is keeping this door down. And so while everyone's just kind of like looking around, Sir Alphonse is like cocked. You just kind of pull a dagger off your belt. Just, I imagine you're not tall enough to reach the ceiling, but just you kind of stand on a chair and just whoosh, cut the rope, and the door just slides up and makes way for you to see essentially what would be like a modern day pantry, is how big this area is. Quite small. Lots of cobwebs, dust, a very scared tarantula of some sort scurries out, having you disrupted its little home.
Oh no, come back, you're okay. We won't.
Lynn
Runs away.
shrieks and jumps back.
However, not before you jump back and you kind of grab what looks to be at first maybe just like a broom handle or something that's falling towards you. But as you grab it, you kind of like, whew, steady yourself. Okay, just a bug, Lynn, just a bug. And you turn and look at the thing you have in your hand, and it is a wooden staff with a serpent's head coming out of it, staring you right in the eyes. And right as you're about to, scream again, you realize, wait. It's not real. This is just a staff of some sort. You have found a staff of the adder. We'll send you the deets. And you do with it what you like.
Quinn is trying to look for this poor, frightened tarantula to make it feel better.
It is long gone. It knows this place way better than you do. So you're kind of like on your hands and knees like, little buddy. It's like probably what it did is it went out the hole Sir Alphonse created. Okay. So after you all kind of collect yourselves from the brief moment of excitement that was a hidden door with a stick behind it, you kind of all about face and look down the passage that is the only actual way out of here.
So Lynn is gonna play with the staff a bit, and then figure out, this was not made for bards or people like her, so she's gonna hand it off to Quinn. You're like, I think you can get more use out of this than I can.
Oh,
and you're handed a staff that the base up until about 3/4 up is just normal kind of polished mahogany wood, but from that last quarter of it is just this intricately carved detail in every scale, very preciously scratched and carved out, up into this reared back cobra head with fangs out. Right, looks for all intents and purposes, if you didn't know this was an inanimate staff, that it could strike.
Oh, you're so pretty. I think I'll name you Slinky.
I shall send you the same thing I sent Rachel. Okay, so seems that the treasure hunters have found their first piece of treasure.
Look. Shinies.
All right, so this is just like a cupboard almost?
Where the item was, yes. With a thorough kind of the same perception checks you all had to find this, you're able to tell that that stick was the only thing of importance in there. And that there are no further... There's not a door behind the door.
Okay. But there's another door leading out, yes?
Correct. Yes, there's the obvious door.
I could make a door behind the door if needed.
I noted. We'll put a pin in that. I don't think it's needed right now.
Very well.
We can just try this door.
Okay. So, the party moves through that door. You venture further into this building. At first, it's a hallway on either side, supported by major pillars supporting the immediate roof. No real offshoot rooms from here. It's just a pretty straightforward shot. But as you continue, the path widens and the ceiling gets higher. Until finally, you enter, and from what you estimated, from what you've walked so far, the center of this building. And as you look up, you realize that there is moonlight falling on you. As officially the sun has set, moon has come out now. And you realize that the center of this building is hollow. It opens up to the sky, and you are in a large central circular room. There looks to be as if there used to be 3 paths that left. One to your left, one to your right, and one straight forward. You're coming from the back. 2 of those have been made inaccessible. One being a large, a set almost of pickup stick style columns have fallen in front of that door, providing, to be impossible. These columns are solid stone, and even the strongest among you and all of you working together would probably not be able to pick up even one of them, let alone all of them that block your path. The other door to the right is open. However, as you look through it, you see a similar cave-in situation where that room is filled to the brim with stone and what appears to be essence of the swamp poking through wherever it can. You see the occasional vine, and you see there's a light puddle of water through that way. And your only way forward is forward. However, as you can clearly see the door in front of you, but as you get closer, there is a large pit. I would say it's 20 feet across, and as you look down, about 50 feet deep. And at first, you're not quite sure how deep it goes. But then, those of you with dark vision are finally able to make out that, oh, it's this far down. I wasn't able to tell because it looked like the floor was moving, because the floor is moving, because it's covered in snakes.
Gross.
Look at them, they're so cute. Look at them, they're playing right now, just squirming all over each other. Aw, look at them.
And amidst the gross, look how cute, kind of different reactions of all of you, the door across the way opens. Oh, it is a cultist.
Oh.
Their hood is down. However, this cultist is not just... As they approach a little bit closer, probably about 150 feet away, you see that they are larger. They are massive. It looks as if they are the spawn of a giant, perhaps. And you see adorned on their face, even with the hood down, a beautifully intricate mask. All green emeralds that covers at least half, if not 3/4 of their face.
I walk to the edge of the pit and kind of, motion to him.
Does not move. It stays where it is.
How far away is he?
About 150 feet.
Like the other cultist, does he have that flame in his hand?
So he does not have the sword or flame in his hand right now. The arms are actually just kind of crossed. And seeing you all kind of, have most of you now notice him. Begone, or join the others deemed unworthy, as he looks pointedly down towards the pit. And he turns around and goes to walk back through the doors.
It was strangely polite for someone who is a
Is
cultist.
issuing death threats?
Yeah.
Does the mask that they are wearing look like the mask that we're supposed to come after?
From what Mama Juju described to you, yes.
I want to.
Can you move over 150 feet and around?
I could dash, but I couldn't attack.
But the footsteps continue going. The doors opened again.
You know what? Fuck it.
Step on the snakes, Alphonse.
No, we will not be leaving. And I will hit him with an Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast!
Because I'm a warlock with all these points and hitting things with my pack weapon, and I cast Eldritch Blast.
I like it. When in doubt, Eldritch Blast. You are outside of its range, so I will allow you to make this roll at disadvantage. The range of Eldritch Blast is 120.
Son of a bitch. I have votes. Don't I? Maybe?
Probably.
Maybe.
I'll let you roll it normal then.
I'll give up a vote. Alright, cool. And then, just so you know ahead of time, I have Grasp of Hadar.
Yes, you do. Which
So-
means that if you successfully hit him, you'd be able to pull him 10 feet closer.
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Which is going to hopefully set up Sprouting Hops to do monk stuff.
When it's my turn, I'm totally gonna speak with the snakes in the pit.
Does a 14 or a 21 hit?
14 does not hit. The 21 does hit.
All right. That means that he takes 7 force damage.
Nice.
One Eldritch Blast bolt, and he has moved 10 feet closer to us.
Okay.
So it's 140 feet away.
Yep, go get, and then I just look back. Go get him.
As that happens, a couple things happen simultaneously. So you're standing like right at the edge of the pit, to kind of be as close as possible, and you kind of just summon, and a bolt of pure eldritch energy comes out of your hand. It strikes the cultist. The first one goes wide and slams into the wall, a little bit of rubble falling. The other one slams straight into his back. He stumbles forward before the energy that you hit him with binds around him like chains, and the end of the chains appear in your hand, and you just pull back effortlessly. And as he's being pulled back, the kind of calm, deep demeanor that he had in ordering you to turn back around, it turns into screams. No, 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 I'm sorry, no. And you see, actually, as he's kind of turned around and being pulled back, the mask starts to melt through his face all the way through the back of his skull. It plops to the ground momentarily before, and a wave of green energy disappears. And immediately, the force you're feeling resisting you as you pull it back ends, as where was once a head is now just a pool of viscera.
Okay, hold on. So, hold on. So I've got my hand out doing my Eldritch Blast. I just kind of go. I'm going to turn around to everybody. I did not do that.
What did you do?
That one is quite powerful.
Quinn steps like a couple steps away.
Get a double move across the room to check out the body. And is the mask still there?
No. So once that green energy kind of dissipates, and there's a slight smell of kind of like almost like a medical room, which is very sanitary, but somehow also just kind of off. Something's just off about it. Once that energy dissipates, there's a scorch mark where the mask was, an outline of it, but it is no longer there.
Gonna loot the body for sandwiches.
Sure. No sandwiches, unfortunately. But as you pat it down, don't really find anything of value on it. You can give me a, give me a religion check. How about that?
I rolled a 12 religion check.
12. Okay. All right. With your 12, you find kind of a like a funny symbol etched into the skin of his chest. And it's like, long since scarred over. But you're not quite sure what it means.
Okay. Pocket that, I guess.
Oh no, it's like it looks like someone took a knife, a long time ago, and carved this symbol into his flesh.
I really want to stick with my original answer. Pocket that, I guess.
You kind of like pull out the dagger on your hip, and you're just kind of like weighing the blade on your finger, just like.
Nah. But I will drag the body over to the rest of the group and point that out.
So you're going to tell me how you get this body across the chasm.
Shit. Easily. Yeah.
So it's about what'd I say it was?
Is there an edge of the chasm?
No.
50?
Oh.
It might have been 50. No, it's 50 feet deep. I think it's 30. We're going to go 30 feet across now. That's what we're going with. However, that you were on the side forward. There is no other way forward, obviously, that you can tell besides where this body is. So you could just wait for everyone to get to you if that's the direction.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, just kind of. This one has a weird mark on its arm.
This one is in that or you?
That one, not this one. That one.
Oh, that one. Okay.
That one.
So now it's up to the rest of the party to figure out how to cross this 30-foot chasm where there are many snakes at the bottom.
I'm going to talk to the snakes.
You're going to talk to the snakes. I love it. All right. Hey, do you have to use is there a spell, an ability? How are you talking to the snakes?
I have Speak with Animals. Level 1 spell.
Okay.
1 action. Duration of 10 minutes. And, yeah.
Hold on,
I don't know if you'll let me cast that on all of them or just one of the snacks, but...
Uno momento, por favor. I'm going to look at something and try to help you out here.
Uh-oh.
Speak with animals. It is a ritual. I will allow you to cast as a ritual, so you don't have to use one of your precious spell slots.
Oh, okay.
However, it is only yourself, so only you will be able to talk to the snakes and understand them.
I'm fine with this.
All right. So we'll just, for efficiency's time, about 5 minutes goes past, and Quinn's eyes roll into the back of their head for a second and roll back forth. And where they're normal eyes, what color are your eyes?
Oh, crud. I didn't even think that. We'll just go with my color that I have in my eyeball head of blue.
All right, perfect. So where blue eyes are now green eyes slits.
Cool.
And kind of just unconsciously, you kind of sway your body back and forth as you lean over the pit 50 feet down. And so the rest of you, very much when Harry Potter speaks parcel tongue in the Harry Potter movies, is the sound that comes out of Quinn's mouth. Can you, I believe Dwayne does the best of everyone. Go ahead, Dwayne.
Yes.
Exactly like that. And,
yeah, not like, me with the...
And Quinn, please translate what that is that you are saying to the snakes.
Are you stuck? Do you need help?
Echoes down a little bit, and you hear several, like, they're all kind of, like, you didn't address a particular one, so they're all answering at the same time. So there's this cacophony of sound that hits you, and you're kind of like, pick a representative, and one of them kind of, this abnormally large, long constrictor kind of looks up and is just like, no, we sit down here.
Okay, as long as you're happy down there. Do you mind if we cross and you won't harm us?
How can we harm you? We are not poisonous.
Good point.
The founders of this place were hoping our barks would be bigger than our bites.
Oh, you're so pretty. Look at your scales.
Stop.
So beautiful.
Stop. Perhaps we can help you. And you see the large pit of these snakes, maybe up to 300, 400 snakes, all start kind of moving as one, and they start almost forming like a vine, working together to come up to you. And then, just like ants, when they are crossing water, they all intertwine their bodies and make a makeshift crossing device for you all to use. Now you just have to convince your party that it works.
Easy peasy. Quinn will lay down on the dirt right next to where the bridge begins and hug the snakes that are right there. Just
stop.
I mean, Lynn is gonna comment, I am going to get so many drinks bought for me by telling this story. And we'll gently make her way across the snake lattice.
Snake lattice.
Give me an acrobatics check.
They are squirmy.
They're squirmy. It's not quite wide, and it is 30 feet across.
Okay, well, I do have proficiency. And I rolled a 10.
Lucky for you, that is the number as the lowest you can go. So there's a couple like and there's a moment where you actually come full stop and you have to do the
I felt that in my
and
very
you can go
being.
forward.
Yeah. Lynn does that like middle thing and then just sort of like does a little bit of a leap off the snakes onto the ground like I meant to do it that way.
And you kind of like bow to the most of the team is still on the other side. You bow to them, turn back, you turn around, you're just like
Exactly.
Okay. Spreading Hops and Lynn are on the correct side.
I'll let the others go before me, because I'm snake solidarity, keeping them company.
Yeah, Corvus doesn't like snakes.
Oh no.
Only when he's controlling them. And he's not.
Sure.
So I'm sure he would kind of do like that weird cat thing. He'd get down on even though he's a rat, but it still fits. And get down on all fours and do like a little butt shake, and then speed off across this without trying to touch as few things as possible.
Acrobatics check.
I'm good at that. 15.
15. All right. Surprisingly, the fear gives you a little bit more grace than Lynn had. And you're able to make it all the way across using your Zoomies powers.
Zoomies.
All right. Quinn and Sir Alphonse, you're on the wrong side still.
I'll step up. Just kind of be like, remember to use your foot to control your balance. Point to correct. Point to correct. Clunk. Just
Give me an acrobatics check. God, I want you to flub this.
God damn it. 13 total.
It is this like the entire time.
Unfortunately, Alphonse had a 15 DC specifically.
Yeah, just for you.
Yeah.
No, it's the whole time, Quinn, as he's clunk, clunk, clunk. You just hear the snakes cry out like, "This one's so heavy."
I am so sorry. Thank you so much.
This one's never having kids again. But finally, Sir Alphonse, with one last clunk, you like step on the tail of one of the snakes, and it just like bites like your ghostly ankle, but it doesn't do anything to you.
Ow. My magical ghostly skin.
All right, Quinn, just you and your snakes.
Yeah, I'm going to travel across as gently as possible. Hopefully I do okay.
Okay, acrobatics check. 14. All right. Not a problem. You kind of have one of those moments where like you're about to topple, but the snakes, specifically for you, go out of their way to kind of reform the bridge a little bit and actually give you like a makeshift guardrail to hold on to and like hold your weight until you can upright yourself and you make it across. And that same python kind of meets you on the other side, just like, thanks, buddy.
No, thank you.
It's been a long time since we talked to anyone.
Aw. I'll have to come back and visit you.
That would be supreme.
Or you could come with me.
Give me an animal handling check.
Oh, a 6.
It cocks its head at you, and it kind of you can see it's actually like weighing like, sorry, father of 30, and he just kind of slithers back down into the writhing mass of snakes down there.
I'll come back and visit you. Maybe bring a tasty morsel.
Be careful.
Is Dwayne's character very cautious?
There's traps.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the heads up. I don't think any of us are very good at traps, but we'll find out.
Alrighty. All of you are now on the other side of this chasm, and Sprouting Hops kind of just like motions to the body.
This is where Corvus's comic relief will come in. He will walk over to the body, do his cool hand movements, and
Is it almost like a hand jive?
Yeah, it's a little hand jive. And cast Speak with Dead. And he'll sit there like this.
So
and go,
you were like,
tried.
I was supposed to say, so you do your hand jive, and right as you're about to release the magic of Talk with Dead, you're like, wait a second. And you roll the body over, and you see that the face is completely melted through. There's no mouth, so it would not be able to answer any questions you could ask of it.
However, I don't know if you spelled this right when you made my character sheet. Some type of body training. By inspecting a corpse, I can tell how long it's been dead, and the most likely method by which the creature perished.
Okay, it's been dead for about 2 minutes.
I will still go,
And the way it died was searing, burning acid through the face.
I've got it. I will share that information in case no one else knew.
Good to be specific.
I mean, this suggests it was being puppeted in some way.
Maybe the mask is alive.
So, does someone have acid compartments in the masks where it just sprays out if you disobey the controller?
I mean, that seems the most logical.
Perhaps the mask does not want to be removed forcefully. Or
At all.
at all.
In a world with infinite magical possibilities, the answer could be anything before studying.
You know, that makes me wonder though. We're supposed to get the mask to keep other people from using it for bad stuff. What if the mask is sentient and just wants to exist?
Then magic has brought an object to life which should not have it.
Well, that's just rude if the mask is aware that it is a person. What?
He just kind of motions to himself.
I mean,
As a Hollow Legionnaire, he is a magical construct with sentience.
And how would it make you feel if someone wanted to destroy you for existing?
I should not exist.
But you do. And I'm glad that you do.
I exist only because of the failings of magic.
Just because something exists does not mean that it should.
Correct.
Regardless, we should find out where these masks are, along with these
Now
cultists.
I'm wondering now if the cultist was being polite or if the mask was.
There was a sudden shift in personality.
Yeah.
I would declare the mask most likely was in control at the initial interaction.
It was probably the mask that did it, too.
Agreed.
This is all speculation until we find it. We should find it.
Agreed.
I agree. Like,
Onward.
we don't know what the mask is or any sort of personhood it might have.
Or maybe it's a device that someone else is controlling the people through.
It was also implied that it was a divine conduit.
Yeah, like that, a conduit.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, and then you said conduit, and then that word made better sense than the words that I was using.
Yeah. 1 + 1 + 2 + 1 = 6 or whatever. Let's go.
Is the door at the end of the hall still open?
Wait, that equals 5.
Don't.
No,
No,
2
just-
plus
no,
1 plus
no,
1 plus 2.
We were continuing
Plus
into...
Plus 2 plus 1.
1.
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
Okay, now I have 6.
Actually, no, the door would be open. You're right. You caught it mid opening the door and going through it. So as you approach it and look through, you see another room with only once again another exit on the other side. However, the entire entrance the exit, the entire kind of frame and area that you would pass through is shaped like a head. There are eyes, very intricately carved, looks realistic. An eyes, nose, where the mouth is open, and inside where the throat would be, or the tongue, is the door. And in the middle
eyes
of this,
look precious and/or treacherous.
you can give me an investigation check.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, I don't believe you. In the middle of the room, is a large bowl that there are some piping and tubes that go into it. It connects to a set of alchemist tools and supplies. Various vials and burners are going. There are small little tubes that single drop into a larger container, which then all come and end at a spigot. And hooked up to that spigot is a large vial. And the vial is full of this liquid that has been moving through this alchemist setup. It is a violet, bright violet.
Can I drink it?
Would you like to?
Sure.
Lynn, you might want to, I don't know.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
God. Too late.
Should I just click Constitution on the sheet?
Make sure it's Constitution saving throw. Are you proficient in Constitution saving throws? I don't think so.
I am
As a
not.
bard. Yeah, so just
There's
click
the
Constitution.
button for saving throws. Staring me right in the face.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a fail.
So the good news is that I didn't roll a 1.
Good news is I rolled very poorly. Take 18 poison damage.
Oh shit.
Why do you hate me?
So I don't want to. I love the character that just goes in and drinks the clearly purple, scary liquid. That makes me very happy. Sometimes that character does have to get punished, though.
I know, I'm teasing.
Purple is a rejuvenative color. It is not a poisonous color, you know?
So that was 18?
Yes, poison damage. And as you ingested it, it burns the lining of your throat, down your esophagus, puts holes in your stomach and intestines as it makes its way through your entire body. You can feel the little bit of stomach acid starting to leak into the rest of your body as all this poison takes its damage and its toll on you.
Ouch.
It's fucked up.
You're like, huh. As a bard, right? You're a bard?
Yes.
Yeah. As a bard, you've told stories and you've heard things, and of course, there's the famous stories of emperors being assassinated and all that jazz. This sensation you're feeling is very similar to what an assassin told you one time was wyvern poison.
Does cure wounds help with that?
Lynn is going to gasp out, "I've been assassinated!" and just keel over.
Long live the queen.
Oh my god, I've been assassinated.
Almost magically shimmering into position where Lynn took that first vial, another vial forms and is filled back up with that violet liquid, which you now, once Lynn tells you all, can identify as wyvern poison.
Well, I'm gonna take a vial of it because I like poisons. I'm not gonna drink it though.
Okay, give me a wisdom. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God.
11.
Okay. As you pick it up,
Compelled to drink it.
no, nothing as cool as that. That would be so mean.
You're compelled to drink it.
As you pick it up, and you're just like, silly bard, drinking the poison. As you pick it up, you're like, I know a simple incantation that I can reuse to reverse this poison, and if she were to drink it again, it would cure her wounds. And you feel compelled to perform this little bit of magic, and then Lynn needs to drink this in order to feel better.
Oh my God.
What? Okay. And I'll kneel down next to Lynn and all better. Just pour it in.
Lynn is just hamming it up, like, tell my children I love them. Oh God, wait, I don't have any children. Tell my parents. Oh no, they're dead. Oh, woe is me.
You see Corvus do the equivalent of shooting reds. You see Corvus doing the equivalent of shooting red sparks out of his fingertips, and then he's just like, okay, open up, and he's trying to put more in your mouth.
I trust him. This is probably a bad idea, but I trust him.
No, it's okay.
While they're coming
Give
up,
me another Constitution saving throw.
while he's coming up with the next vial, I will tell 3 street merchants and a barkeep of your passing. You will be remembered for approximately 37 more years.
What was that one's name again? Lynn.
It's okay. If it doesn't work, I can always raise you from the dead.
19. Okay, that is a successful save. So you'll take half of...
Roll high.
Half of 24, so you'll take 12 poison damage.
What? I thought he
Why are we
fixed it.
drinking shit?
The same sensation again. You just feel this horrible burning, like you just want to die. Corvus, literally, as soon as the vial is down your throat and there's no more liquid left in it, the vial disappears from your hand, and you have this like, why did I do that? What? Obviously, I didn't do anything to that point. Why did I do that? And once again, there's another vial hooked up to this apparatus, filled with poison.
Can I use Arcana and the energy and stuff like that to see if this has some sort of magical effect that if you touch it, you are compelled to like poison or assassinate somebody? If that's the idea.
Absolutely. Please give me a check.
While he's doing that, can I please heal Lynn?
Yes, you may.
Yay!
13. So you stand next to this device, and you saw what happened with Lynn, and there was no hesitation. Lynn just kind of like walked up to it, was like, "Cheers!" downed it, and then Corvus picks it up and goes to like put it, like store it, like he's going to keep it, but then and you now realize, picking up with this Arcana check, that he essentially casted minor illusion on this bottle, and then Corvus is a little creepy, a little weird, but he's not here to kill all of you.
Right.
So then the fact that he tried to pour this down Lynn's throat, clearly this device is having effects on the mind of some sort. Not sure what it is. You kind of look around the room, and you're once again drawn to the very intricate design of this head across the way. Give me just a straight intelligence check.
19.
19. Holy shit. Okay, so you're able to you start putting together like, Okay. The poison seems to be endless. It continuously refills. And it looks like Corvus was compelled to use it on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem that in order to proceed, the person in front of you, the door, would need to be poisoned as well.
We need to poison the door.
Yes. And you think specifically with this poison, and therein lies the rub, how to take this poison and deliver it to the door as opposed to one of your friends or yourself.
And this is a
Question.
magical effect of some sort?
Yeah, the entire kind of apparatus is magical in nature.
I will walk up to the vial. And I will attempt to dampen any magical effects on the vial itself.
Okay. Do your thing.
So, to dampen it and eliminate any magical effects on it, it's a DC equal to 10 plus the spell's level. So 17. So anything up to a 7th level spell is going to get shut off.
So just kind of one of those moments you just like reach forward. There's a brief moment where you kind of like, unlike the others, you feel resistance trying to reach for this vial. But then finally your fingers close around the neck of it. And not sprinting, but moving with purpose and speed, you go over to the door and you just smash the vial against the door. And the door, and this is not how wyvern poison should affect something like a door, but the door just slowly melts away.
Like melts away to where there's no door and still an opening, or now there's no opening?
There is no door, but there is an opening that you can continue forward through.
Alphonse for door guy. Dude.
Yes. After my adventuring days are over, I hope to be a doorman.
We're at the door.
Just kind of look through the passageway with my devil's sight. Do we see anything jump out to us?
You look forward, and you do not. What you see in front of you is... Let me take this.
Whoa.
This is the room you see in front of you.
Whoa.
Is this a bird?
So, yes, in Astral Tabletop, it is a bird. In what you see, it is not a bird.
Oh.
It is a very large snake that comes and rises up and twists almost like a vine growing around something. And the head actually looks straight up, and the mouth is wide open. Over here, across the way, you can see that's right where I'm pinging.
Mm-hmm.
Across the way, you see another cultist. They are on the other side of this door, as it is large and see-through. And they kind of just get their face close so you can see from a distance. Once again, they're wearing the mask. It must be a different cultist. And just make sure that all of you make eye contact with it, and then it slowly turns around and walks further back out of view.
I feel like this
appear-
mask is
it would
playing
have-
with us.
It would appear you're at least on the right track.
Okay.
Do you feel better now, Lynn?
Treachery and betrayal.
Oh, there, it's okay. Gwen will pat her on the back. You're gonna be all right.
I feel better.
Good.
And so you healed her for 18?
Yes. I rolled it as a second level spell instead of a first. Because you had a lot of damage from drinking things you shouldn't.
I appreciate that.
What better way to learn, though?
And so that brings me up to 59, which is appreciated.
Quinn will also hand you like a sprig of mint from their pocket. Here, if you have this, and you can, it'll help.
I am going to muddle it in some bourbon and drink that.
That's not.
The only way to do it.
You're gonna make the ulcers worse.
No, I believe the bourbon acts as a bit of a coating.
That's not. No.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so there are cultists in front of us. Are they both?
No, there was.
There was.
No, there was the one cultist that was on the other side of the door over here.
Okay.
That had the mask on, made eye contact with all of you, and then just did the slow turn around, essentially
The same creepy shit.
follow me. Yeah, follow me if you dare. Essentially.
Sure. Okay.
Other than that, this room seems empty except for this very large fountain-like area that has the stone snake sculpture that is, like I described, up, mouth agape, and around it are these 4 sarcophagi.
Sarcophagi.
Yeah, you like that word?
Sarcophagi. I hardly knew him.
Oh my God! Wait!
Oh,
Wait!
no.
Did you?
Nope.
Do it. Do it.
Did you hear about that mummy they found?
Fuck me.
Heard it was a sarcophagi. Do you know I found out his name?
Nope.
Sarcophagus.
Nope.
Oh, it was a 2-parter.
Corvus walks in the room.
Oh, interesting. Corvus. Excellent.
Yes.
Thank you.
Kill me.
Thank you.
Kill me before the puns do.
Of course he would.
Fuck.
Do I make you want your mummy?
Gonna be an early night, guys.
Take 8 poison
Mental damage.
No, poison damage. Take 8 poison damage as you the first to walk into this room. Falling down upon you is this extravagant golden, looks in the blur of its movement landing on Corvus, an X.
An X?
An X, like the letter X, falls from the ceiling.
What it looks like, and it falls right on your back. And that's when you see that it's not an X, but it is actually 4 snakes knotted together at their base. And it falls, so 2 are right here, and 2 are at your underarms. And simultaneously, all 4 heads bite right into you.
Holy crap.
And you feel them dig and burrow their fangs, so it's just they're implanted into you. At the back where the knot is, there's this large emerald that starts to glow. coming out, you see that the snake in the center of this fountain area starts to climb and move up another 10 feet. And coming out of the snake's mouth is this glob, pure black with green tendrils that slowly comes out, pauses for a second, and then floats over to Corvus and that glowing emerald on your back. Once it touches the emerald, the two have this moment of trying to fit into each other's spot until the globe is engulfed by the emerald. And you feel this thrum, this bit of power that has entered this emerald that is essentially stuck to you right now. At the same moment, you hear the whirling and movement of gears and pulleys. And coming up from the ground, from hidden alcoves, almost like small stage elevators to move characters up. You see a purple worm, a pit fiend, an iron golem, a lich, a hag, a red dragon, a Balor, and a T-Rex. We're going to take a break. We're going to let our players and our characters and our players figure out what's going on here. We'll give them a small break. It's 10:37. We will see you all in about 10 minutes at 10:47 Eastern Standard Time. Don't go anywhere, as our group is about to fight all the most deadly creatures in D&D.
Corvus Rat Guy.